So I've got three categories. So three categories of three cars, all grouped under a sort of theme.
Yep.
And the idea is we each pick one of them that we would like to keep, one of them that we would like to drive, and one of them that we would like to destroy.
Right.
So you have to make a choice out of those three things. And our first category is one that we talked about on last week's episode, actually, which is the holy hypercar trinity. Remember, we talked about all of these hypercars that came out about 10 years ago. So there was the McLaren P1, there was the LaFerrari, and there was the Porsche 918 Spider, and they're all cars that introduced electrification to sort of the hypercar domain, and they've all been really influential. And I want you to pick which of those
that is so hard.
which of those you would. So it's keep, drive, destroy. Which would you keep?
Oh, man, that is so hard.
Bearing in mind we have limited time for this episode.
I'm going to keep the Ferrari.
You're going to keep the Ferrari. Interesting. What are you going to drive?
I'm going to drive the Porsche.
Really?
And I'm going to destroy the McLaren.
Oh, what about you, Damien?
I'm going to keep the Porsche. Absolutely.
That was the one that won it on the day on Top Gear, that last episode when they tested all three cars.
Yeah. No, definitely keep the Porsche. I drive the McLaren, and I sadly think I would destroy the Ferrari.
How can you destroy a Ferrari?
This is remarkably easy for me, and I'm exactly the same. Absolutely keep the Porsche.
Yeah.
I would love to drive the McLaren. Ferrari,
Yeah, that's...
look beautiful as it is.
Hey,
Yeah.
wait.
It's got a really stupid name too.
It does.
So
LaFerrari.
Because they called it LaFerrari, the implication being it was the ultimate Ferrari of all time, and of course it's been surpassed many times over now by other models.
So,
Right.
Okay, so second category is old school 4x4s, something else I know you love.
Yeah.
So our three cars
Oh, the Ineos? You got the Ineos?
got the Bowler 100 edition, which we talked about last episode
Yeah.
as well. So this is the single, remember, just one car, the single road-going version of the Bowler Defender race car. We've got the Mercedes G400, so that's the G-Wagon, but I'm limiting you to the diesel one, which is actually the best one. It's really
No, it's not. The 63. You got to have the 63.
Well, you're not having it.
you're not...
Yeah,
It's
okay.
old
so
school
400. Well, it's
4x4s.
easy then.
And the Ineos Grenadier, which you've already expressed interest in.
Yeah, it's a really good one.
So which one are you keeping?
I'm keeping the Bowler.
You're keeping the Bowler just
Well,
for...
it's one off, and it's
Yeah.
kind of what the Ineos is trying to create, I think. So in that respect, I think it's the imitation version.
Yep.
Even though I'm a big fan of the Ineos and I think it's amazing. I'm keeping the Bowler.
Yep.
I'm driving the Ineos because I'm curious.
Yep.
And I'm killing off the G400 because it's not a 63.
What about you, Damien?
I would keep the Bowler, even though the Ineos is a much nicer thing to drive.
Yep.
I've driven both of the others, and I probably would go the same direction with Sam. That I would destroy the G-Wagon.
I'm going to be controversial because I'm going to keep the Ineos.
Yeah.
I think regardless of
I
what
can
happens
get
with
it,
Ineos, it's going to be a curiosity worth having.
Yeah.
It'll either be the first of a long line or it'll be
a one-off. And
It's a kind of you're in the know car too.
Yeah, it
as
is,
well.
yeah.
You know, you mean, oh, he's got good taste. He's chosen the Ineos.
Plus, you can do some cool things with it. You can stick it up with orange toe hooks.
It
and
is
all
very
sorts.
cool.
I'm definitely going to drive the Bowler because I
Yeah.
think that'll be fun. And so, unfortunately, that leaves the Mercedes.
Poor old G-Wagon.
I'm sorry.
It's just
to say
got-
that.
that's
Yeah,
fair.
I mean, I love the
It's
G400.
cool.
Just to add to that though, the Bowler as a one-off, that's a car that's appreciating, where I think the Ineos will probably still head in the wrong
Yeah,
direction.
yeah, absolutely.
Well, it depends how well or disastrously bad things go for Ineos.
Yeah.
They can appreciate too.
Yeah, and we still haven't forgiven them for what they did to us in the America's Cup, have we? was that them? Was that the one that beat us in San Fran? Was it? It was one of them.
No.
Did he not get the
That
win in the
was
end?
nice.
No, it was Team America, wasn't it? That was
Yeah,
it was Ineos, the Great Britain team.
Oh my God, you're
Anyway.
putting erroneous things all over the place. And this is the third category, which I'm going to call cool K cars. And Damien hasn't seen any of this yet. So we all know, you know what K cars are, Sam? That's the special Japanese kind of tax size for vehicles. They have to be limited to very, very small dimensions. They're limited to 660cc engines. Kind of car I really love. All us grey zip-up shoes people absolutely love these kinds of cars. So we've got a Honda S660.
Oh,
which
you
is
can't do that. That's the sponsor. I'm struggling with my morality.
Which is a little... we can't buy these.
They
in
don't
New
sell it.
Zealand, so
Okay, all right.
So you're
they
okay.
do have one of these, though. We've driven it.
Yes.
It's cool. So a little mid-engined roadster. They're tiny.
So like a
They're
900cc
so
triple
tiny.
in it or something?
You haven't lived until you've seen Dean Evans in the passenger seat of this with his suitcase on his lap, which I have because I dropped him off somewhere in it.
Not the smallest man I've ever seen, is he?
This is a Japanese K camper. It's based on a Suzuki carry truck. the brand is irrelevant because all the camper companies take them on board. But this is genuinely a K-size car.
That is so cool.
It is
It is
awesome.
cool, eh?
Yeah, absolutely.
And this, down the bottom, is the Suzuki Jimny K. So this is a Japanese domestic market version of the Jimny. It's narrow body, 660cc engine, so it's same basic car that we have here in New Zealand, but it's smaller. and
Yeah,
less
cool.
powerful.
Lop the fenders off it.
So, what are you keeping?
I'm keeping the house. I'm going to go with
the house?
I think that would be magnificent to go away in.
And with your new found body strength, you could pick that up.
Yeah, well, thank you. Yeah, I probably could.
like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, no.
Put it over
There's
there.
a good chance.
What are you going to drive?
I am driving the little mid-engine sports car from Honda.
Yep.
My morality's not been ruined, and I'm killing off that Suzuki. It's got a 900, and the best Suzukis I know are from the 4-wheel drive club, and they used to put giant 3-litre V6s in them, and they were awesome. So they've gone the wrong way
Is there
with that.
anything more ludicrous than a
Ruining
Jimny
them.
with a huge engine? What about you, Damien?
This is tough because my first and only trip to Japan, I made it an absolute mission of mine as I had to find a die-cast model of a Japanese domestic market narrow body Suzuki Jimny because I love it so much, and I did. I have it.
So you already own it. You've
I
already
guess
kept it.
technically I do, but I'd have to keep the camper van because I just love them so much.
So what are you going to drive?
I want to drive the Suzuki. I want to drive a Jimny with a tiny little engine.
Yeah.
So as much as it hurts me, and sorry Honda, the S66.
Killing it off. Wow, that's cool. You won't be on the show next week.
I'm going.
It's fine.
I'm going to say this is tricky for me too because I absolutely look, these K camper vans, which Damien introduced me to, I wasn't even aware of them
Yeah.
about to go. They are so cool. There's so many of them.
Why is no one importing that?
Because
they
they're
cost
very
a fortune.
expensive.
Are they? What are they worth?
Oh, it'd be like 40, 50 grand to get one of them. wouldn't it?
Yeah, but there's this Japanese car market just waiting. New Zealanders are all about that. As batches become impossible to buy,
Yeah.
no one likes staying in tents, and caravans require 4 tons now to tow them.
Yeah.
That is the answer.
I do. I absolutely love the camper van. I'd love to own one, but I'm going to say I'm going to drive the camper van because I'll just take it away for a week and have
Okay.
some time in it.
Yeah.
I could possibly be sick of it by that time.
That's true. A week with my kids was a lot.
Yeah. So I am going to keep, I can't believe I'm saying this, I'm actually going to keep the Honda because I've driven
You
that.
value
It's
your job.
fantastic and it's just be a cool toy to have. So unfortunately that means the Suzuki is going to the crusher.
That's a lot from
Sorry.
you.
I
Sorry.
know.
Being owning a
I'm a
Suzuki.
Suzuki owner.
Yeah.
But,
Wow.
and the Jimny K car is fantastic.
I see why you left that to last. That was a harder choice for you.
That was
It was.
the supercar.
It hurts me.
Yeah.
I'm actually, my heart is, I've got an accelerated heart rate even just talking about that.
Pet.